I'm Pepito. I'm the dog that produces the show, and now it is live, and I'm a dog.
Brandon, it's time to game with your little friends.
Championship, yeah. What's up in heads? Let's news it.
We're live in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's news it! A Pepito!
Hello, everyone. Chat's off to a unique start today. Okay. Steve, Greg TU, Propaganda, Thundercaz, who might not be in chat for long if he keeps typing stuff like that. Mr. Whoopi Boo Boo. Good to see you all. Hope you're having a lovely Monday. Early stream, yeah. Early stream, we're bringing them all out, everybody. It might be kind of a short stream, actually. I'm going out of town on Thursday, so there'll only be 2 streams this week. Sorry, and today, I'm a little behind, so maybe more like an hour and a half today. No effort use unless you're AI Rooney. Yes, more filters have been added to him. Do they do anything? It's hard to say. No, I think you can say that one, Bolivar. I think. Fart? Maybe we should ban fart from the chat? Yeah, I know. We could have to ban AI Rooney from the chat. We'll find out. The Rogans? Sometimes I forget a thing is even an option. Should AI Rooney be put down? You know, I could also see the gimmick eventually. Us all getting tired of it. Maybe. Maybe we never do. We have time for one more segment today, so we'll just see what even appears. A bundle of sticks or West... We'll never get tired of AI Rooney. Let's just say I do keep... Part of I've been trying to keep a new schedule, and part of my schedule is writing a little bit more. And we'll just say certain aspects of AI Rooney actually require writing, we'll say. Because, you know, classic AI Rooney stuff is... Classic Andy Rooney stuff is written. So every day, it's possible he gets roughly 5 updates to his opinions, we'll say. As a warm-up for the writing schedule. However, will those opinions appear? It's hard to say. He's got all sorts of thoughts in there now. A true cornucopia of Rooney thoughts. Looks like Rooney will be making an appearance, I swear. I think I just have to be careful what topics he gets guided into. Because certain things, I don't know. Who knows what parts of the internet he's pulling his Rooneyness out of. It's an AI Rooney stream now. Yeah, we'll expand the limit of how many we can do to 40. And then that'll take all stream just for them to generate. Anyway, thank you also for a couple of subs we got. S1000 with 40 months, the big 4-0. We do love to see it. And Giggle Trash, thank you for the gifted sub to Mr. Whoopi Boo Boo. It's great. It's great to be back.
Where'd you go?
Nowhere. It's Monday.
I've been here.
You didn't leave?
I don't know. I've kind of just been sitting here. Just going, blah, 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 blah. I just started going, blah, 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 blah. While you're gone, I go psycho mode. I go jokler mode. I get nuts in here. I make noises. I can do this. Ooh. I'm uninhibited.
You do way weirder stuff while I'm around.
You don't even know how nuts I get.
Do you eat while I'm gone?
Of course. I've been eating this whole place. I ate a whole camera. You didn't even notice.
Oh, yeah. Just don't eat the main one that we use. Or this second wide one. Or this slightly less wide one. Obviously, those are all different cameras.
Yeah, that's 3 different cameras.
Roll for it, Pod. Good to see you. It gets pretty freaking wild. Yeah, this is a pretty nuts stream. In case you're wondering, it's really crazy stuff happen. We get very wild, and it's totally uncensored and wild here.
Yes. Mm-hmm. All of us are describing how this stream is.
Pepito can count. I thought he did know numbers.
I know one number. Oh, a bunch. I know the number a bunch.
That's more of a phrase. Okay. Well, whatever. Let's just get into the news. Yeah, there's no good transitions on this stream. It's news time.
It's still your vagina. Don't let them take it from you.
Okay.
I feel like I just get up. Ladies been against me. They want me to come.
Let me flip it, take you on a trip through history. America's like a Space Jam DVD. Pop it and press play. It's a slave.
Get excited again. Yay, everybody loves it when Rick arrives. We don't get more booze for anyone other than maybe the Donald Trump filter that we're forbidden from using. Oh, you got a filter? What are you talking about? Sorry, I mean the real Donald Trump that we talk to occasionally. You're the second most hated thing that I can hit a button and make appear. I'm not a button. I'm not just some button. Bring back the Trump filter. Yeah, what are you even afraid of? What are you so scared of? You being a coward? No. What is up with Rick? Your voice isn't working properly. What's even wrong with your voice, Rick? Seems good to me. Ray Silva says, fuck you, Rick. Well, how about this? I meet your cruelty with kindness. I think you look great today. Yeah, that's right, I can see you. No, you can't.
What if I had secret technology put in my eyes? I can see all the viewers.
I don't believe you.
You won't believe me till it's too late. I'm looking at all the things you're doing in there. Yeah, I see. I see the green wall behind you.
That's an unlikely color.
Yeah, but for the person who has one now, they're like, really?
Or they just know that you guessed.
You don't want to see what I'm doing right now? Old Dookie Thomas. What could old Dookie Thomas be up to right now? Only I know. The power of NSA, CIA, FBI technology.
Which one do you even work for?
Maybe I work for them all.
Rick can see Case's wallpaper. My wallpaper's not even green. Oh, can you guys hear that? Can you hear the buzzing happening?
Is someone trimming our hedges outside of the studio? Is that even a thing they can do?
Yeah, of course we got hedges out there. What kind of news station would we be if we didn't have someone trimming our hedges?
Someone's buzzing. Yeah, maybe it is my spy machine. Maybe it's the drones I have positioned outside of everyone's house and this studio.
The laundry's always a little loud, but the laundry's done right now. I guess there's somebody... Jesus Christ, I guess there's some maintenance going on. Yeah, of course I do my laundry in the studio.
Beautifully landscaped. It's a beautiful land. This country, this nation, this world. And with that in mind, let's talk about the late and breaking world news.
You don't need to say stuff like that, Rick.
But I did, and it was good. What I just said was good. What is that doing?
You can't do anything about the trimming of the hedges, Rick. Focus.
Trump has launched a bid to open the Strait of Hormuz as Iran has struck ships and the UAE port. Or a UAE port.
That's probably more than one.
It is kind of a literal buzz out there right now.
Yes. Oh my god. It's like something is right outside my window. What a time. What if I turn this way down? What if I just get really close to the mic, everyone? Maybe we have to do it like this. Can you guys still hear me?
Is someone playing Power Wash Simulator out there? How quiet are we now?
Yeah, we'll just have to whisper the news in. Get real close to the mic. What if the mic's just right up here every time I stream? I'll sound better. And you won't hear as many noises.
This definitely sounds like someone farting.
Bring in Rocket. Maybe we just use Rocket as a correspondent when there's loud-ass work going on outside of the Bin News Studios.
Oh yeah, that's where we are. Okay, whatever. We'll hope for the best. Anyway, to summarize world events, which we're very good at here. Trump has launched an Operation Freedom. He's launched Operation Freedom in a bid to open the strait. The U.S.-Iran issue conflicting reports on what is happening with the shipping lane, though, and the UAE oil port is ablaze. A UAE oil port is ablaze after strikes by Iran as someone has fired on a South Korean ship and reported that it was hit.
Who fired on it?
Bad guy. Not us. Bad guys. U.S. President Donald Trump launched a new operation on Monday seeking to open the Strait of Hormuz to shipping, promoting Iran to lash out in an effort to keep control of the critical energy shipping route. A handful of commercial vessels were reported to have been hit, and a UAE oil port was ablaze after an Iranian strike as Trump's attempts to see the U.S. Navy to free up shipping provoked the war's biggest escalation since a ceasefire was declared a few weeks ago. Four, I guess. The U.S. said it destroyed 6 small Iranian boats. Oh, it must have been their last
6 boats. Now they're done. We got the last 6.
Yeah, that's got to be basically it. I'm desensitized to this shite. Look, I feel everything that happens to the world, and even though I'm a political actor, it never gets any easier.
Why'd you zoom there?
I didn't. Someone else did it for effect. It never gets any easier.
That's not helping your point.
You don't understand media. You're not media trained.
That is actually true. Maybe we should do that on the stream one of these days. I should receive media training. I can finally appropriately act around the camera. Funnel Up says gas prices went up 35 cents in my neighborhood this morning. It's fantastic.
Everyone loves to. How much would you pay for Iran not to have a nuke?
How much would I personally pay?
Yeah, what are you putting up, Case?
0.
Oh, that is so deeply unpatriotic.
How much would you pay?
All of your money. I would pay everyone else's money for them to not have a nuke.
What about your money?
I don't deal with my look. You don't put your own money in on this kind of thing. The question is innately how much of your money, and I'm willing to sacrifice it all.
That's very brave of you.
Yeah.
Anyway, as far as I understand, Trump basically said this morning that we're going to guide ships through the Strait of Hormuz. I'm assuming leading people to believe that we were going to use American Navy vessels to escort ships through the strait. Then they came out and said, no, that's not the case. We're going to tell them which way to go through the strait because they just didn't get the right angles to hit with those boats. Now that they have our literal guidance, not ships, just us telling them, sail that way. Now they're safe. Anyway, the markets briefly recovered as usual. Before markets opened, Trump dropped some statement being like, we're guiding ships. And then when details came out that what that meant was, I guess, a map or something.
No, like radio. Like, hey, go this way.
Anyway, they went right back. Well, I guess up in the case of oil. The prices of oil went skyrocketing back upward. And I suspect they'll continue to do that. Oh my God. This hedge trimmer is killing me, guys.
How watered down would OnlyFans earnings get if all the U.S. has to join the site to have extra cash? Oh, if everyone's in there.
I did a sketch way back in the day over COVID about like an explosion of cam boys. Everybody started camming and driving out all the old cam boys because everybody's jerking off online now. And we could, and it doesn't have to be a sketch. We can get there if we're all desperate enough. I'm already on camera. It's it's such an easy shift to turn on this camera and start actually camming.
Don't threaten us with a good time, Case.
It's really a threat coming from me. That's just the UBI with extra steps, and it's already proven to work. Trickle up works better than trickle down. Well, it depends what's trickling. It's hard to make it trickle out explosively.
What?
Oh, we're not talking about jerking off anymore. How much is Justin Juice Powers charging? He's in it for the love of the game. So, I'm not sure. Maybe he's just camming because he believes. He believes in the orgies. Bin jerk-off orgy. That is one segment that I promise we are not doing. I take a lot of crowdsourced ideas, but we are not starting the bin jerk-off orgy segment here. The money is already in circulation. We just need to wrest it away from the literal dragons and give it to people who will actually spend it. Man, I wish they were literal dragons. If we had dragon lords instead of whatever, Elon Musk's and the OpenAI guy are, we had that instead of Jeff Bezos, just an actual dragon hoarding wealth. I could at least that'd be kind of exciting, right?
Nah, you don't want to deal with actual dragons. They're way worse than Jeff Bezos.
At least they're cooler looking.
Not if they're shitty dragons that suck. Those could be a thing. Really annoying. Dragons wearing like Ed Hardy shirts and stuff. Come on, it's possible.
The Grandman 1000. I just, look, maybe our elites can at least start doing extreme body mods and become actual dragons. Then I can at least feel dominated by something mythical instead of Sam Altman. A Tap Out Dragon t-shirt. I would love to see a dragon that just dresses like Jeff Bezos when he's on vacation. Just the tightest black button up you've ever seen. His HGH dragon pecs just bursting out. Yeah, the no fear backward cap. Maybe billionaires should start just dressing like 90s, like bad kids. I'm just putting out ideas to try to improve the world. We're wide open right now. It's difficult to say what to do.
And your idea is no fear t-shirts and hats?
Yeah, just try it out. Time to adorn my Dragon Slayer. Yeah, and then if you were like a revolutionary, you could be a cool knight. I'm just saying, fantasy had it right. We need epic villains.
The general billionaires aren't epic enough for you guys?
Nah, they're sort of disappointing. But they do bad stuff at least. So I guess I could be less beholden to the dramatic visuals. Exactly, make villains great again. Okay, anyway. The war continues to be a, what's the word?
A quagmire, not the Family Guy one?
Mm-hmm.
Your words, not mine. I think it's Quagmire. I think it is Quagmire, the Family Guy one. Not a bad Quagmire. I think it's Family Guy Quagmire that we're in the sense that we're fucking them all.
Ew. Also, Quagmire is kind of bad in Family Guy.
No, he's hilarious. He has sex. That's funny. He has. There's this one time he had sex. God, I love that episode. Giggity. Maybe we can get Pete Hegseth to start saying giggity.
If I were Pete Hegseth, I would steer clear of the topic of sex. Mr. Whoopi Boo Boo, you could be talking about Pete Hegseth or Quagmire, actually, it turns out. The only exercise I get on the daily is the YMCA dance. Are you doing that every day?
What?
Just that? At your computer?
I mean, that counts. That is exercise. I say keep it up, Steve.
All right, anyway. I don't care what you have to say about world events, Rick.
Well, why would I care what you have to say?
It's a good question. That's why I'm saying we move on to chat news, okay? There's no answers for us here. The war continues to be a big problem. And I don't think we're getting out of it anytime soon. So let's just learn about maybe there's another Smash Brothers game.
Yeah, okay. Now we're on to something. Oh, I feel so much better already. Okay, Smash Brothers. Yeah, all right. A new Super Smash Brothers game is reportedly releasing as early as 2027 per Kiwi Talks. How are we supposed to trust Kiwi Talks?
To be fair, I don't know who Kiwi Talks is. Sakurai is rumored to be working on the game since finishing Kirby Air Raiders. Finally, yeah, a bit of good news. Although I really don't know who Kiwi Talks is. And it's spelled with a Z. But then again, I was essentially fired by Wario64 on Twitter. So I really shouldn't believe too much in the handle. Just the arms from your... Okay. Full body or just the YMCA dance? Yeah, I mean, I shouldn't think about it too much, I guess. How many times would you have to do the YMCA dance for it to get really exhausting?
I mean, probably just once if it's the whole song.
Yeah, but it's just the arms.
How do you do a little dance in between?
All right, fair enough. Someone linked to a Wikipedia page in the news section. Citizens Commission on Human Rights. Formed in 1982. Well, anyway, that's someone linked to the Citizens Commission for Human Rights Wikipedia page in the news section. So just know that that's a Wikipedia page you can also check out. Oh yeah, Spirit Airline, is that in here? Sorry, I saw an airline article, but Spirit Airline may be dead, right? Let me find something on that. It's kind of a day of mourning for all of us Spirit Airline heads. It supposedly abruptly shut down over, I think, the weekend. How come none of these articles are telling me what happened? Okay, there it is. The AP's got us covered here. Thankfully.
Spirit Airlines files for bankruptcy as financial losses pile up and debt payments loom.
This is so sad. Their Spirit... Well, I've heard reports that their Spirit could live on in some capacity, but also maybe not. It sounds like there was an attempt at a buyout from JetBlue that was blocked for a number of reasons. That probably isn't going to happen, so I think they might actually just be kaput. But I guess this article will probably tell you better than I can.
Spirit Airlines said Monday... I will not sign up for this liberal propaganda from the AP.
From the AP.
Yes. Spirit Airlines said Monday that it has filed for bankruptcy protection and will attempt to reboot. Okay, there's hope for its Spirit. As it struggles to recover from the pandemic-caused swoon in travel. Wait, what? This is a recent? Oh. Wait, no, this is from 2024.
Wait a minute, they've been having trouble since 2024. How did we get linked to this old-ass article? I thought this just happened. All right, so I'm going to just type in Spirit bankruptcy and see if I can find an actual article here. So anyway, this is actually a history lesson. They've been having trouble for a minute. Okay. Jesus. Here, all right, Reuters, this is from today. It's May 4th. In case you guys were wondering, it's actually May 4th.
Yeah, I brought this picture to remind us all that it's May 4th. From the official White House Twitter account, in a galaxy that demands strength, America stands ready. This is the way. May the 4th be with you. God, I love how cool and on top of trends they are. It's hilarious and inspiring.
You like that?
Isn't it great? Is it good? Because what if Trump was, what if he was Grogu?
No, he's the Mandalorian there.
Isn't this Grogu?
No, Grogu's the little green guy.
Oh, but Grogu's, they should have made Trump Grogu because Grogu's the popular one.
I do think he would be more appropriate as a little baby in a knapsack, personally. But that's kind of mean to Grogu as well. Has Rick measured up on Omegle yet? I don't actually know what that is.
You don't know about Omegle?
What's Omegle? Umaga? The wrestler Umaga? Is this something I should know about? Am I missing vital pop culture? Omegle? Oh, it's one of those talk to stranger things. Oh, it's like Chatterbait, but... Or Chat Roulette? What's more popular, Chatterbait or Chat Roulette? Or wait, is Chatterbait just for camming? I'm not up on my places to get nude. God, this fucking whoever's outside is killing me. Okay, we're going low mode again, everyone. Low and close. There's Omegle and Omegle. Is that how you say it? Look, I'm sticking to the Spirit Airline news here, guys. Omegle and Omegle are doing fine. What we need to be concerned about right now is Spirit Airlines.
If you say so. Spirit Airlines seeks approval to make retention payments as it ends operations. Bankrupt discount carrier Spirit Airlines, which ceased operations on Saturday, asked a U.S. bankruptcy court for approval to pay retention bonuses to remaining employees and said it had no choice but to end operations. Spirit is seeking to pay $10.7 million in retention bonuses to employees who remain as the company's ends operations, averaging $76,000 per participant, and will pay more to the top 3 executives, but has not yet disclosed how much. I believe this, and I think it's right. Those executives will be paid.
What about the rest of them?
I just know, look, we're gonna make sure those executives get paid. So don't panic, everybody. That hard work is gonna be rewarded.
You mean the executives who drove them into bankruptcy?
Well, who stewarded a company in its darkest hour to peacefully wind down. They'll get paid a little more. Probably they'll all get $76,000 per person. How much could that be?
It could be $10.7 million. I believe the buyout from JetBlue is supposed to be for $3.8 billion. I mean, there's definitely enough money somewhere in the coffers to probably pay their actual working employees, but I do suspect that the executives might get first dibs, unfortunately. I know that the Trump administration's been running with the line that this is Pete Buttigieg's fault, which I do enjoy blaming Pete Buttigieg for things. But that is pretty funny that they're trying to blame the transportation secretary from a year and a half ago. I guess the idea is the Biden administration blocked the buyout, the merger, I guess, of JetBlue and Spirit Airlines. And then the current administration and the previous administration are not really approving like a bailout for Spirit Airlines. I'm of the opinion these giant companies probably shouldn't be bailed out. I mean, I feel bad for the employees that are losing jobs, but there'd be ways we could bail out the employees essentially and give them like a severance without bailing out the company. I used to fly Spirit Airlines.
No.
Yeah, believe it or not. And honestly, when it started in when I became aware of Spirit Airlines in like the late 2000s, early 2010s, I thought it was actually a pretty good value proposition in the sense that I was broke and it could get you from point A to point B. But then as I continued to be broke and tried to fly it, like at the end of the day with seating prices and shit, I felt like I was inevitably paying just as much as I was on like American or Delta. So to me, it feels like I've heard a lot of reasons why they're going out of business. Probably the thing that's actually putting like a full finishing the job. The John Wilkes Boothing of Spirit Airlines is, I'm assuming, oil prices probably doubling the cost of gas for all of their flights. So if anyone should be blamed, it's essentially this administration that drove us into an insane war. But I do also think, it seemed to me at least, as a Spirit airline customer, that their shit got way more expensive and they were upcharging for literally everything in the last couple of years. So I don't know. Yeah, jet fuel's supposedly literally doubled in price since the war started. So I'm supposed to go on a flight on Thursday. I don't think they can raise prices on me, though, because I already paid. So I snuck it under the radar. What the fuck is a Mog? I do associate it, like Skyrim, more as with Moggles, which are from Final Fantasy, but I think it's something else now.
I refuse to know either way what it is.
Fine, Rick. Stay uneducated.
It will raise your price because you are Chinese, Case. So you finally made the transition.
I know. I just want to be, Rick. I can't make it happen on my own. President Xi has to give me special dispensation. It's the only way I can legally declare myself to be Chinese. It's by presidential order. To Mog is to beat someone in an aspect, height, teeth, face, money, etc. I mean, I associate the looks maxing thing with, like, mogging is related to looks. Like, could you just mog someone at Smash Brothers?
Well, do you look better than them while you play it?
Yeah, but if you beat them at Smash Brothers, did you just mog them at Smash Brothers? Wouldn't mogging someone at Smash Brothers mean that you just were striking better, like, faces than them while you played Smash Brothers? That's what Omegle is for. How do you pronounce Omegle? How do you pronounce Omegle? Omegle is how you pronounce Omegle. I guess I didn't need to be saying lay. Okay, how do you pronounce Omegle? Omegle. I guess I was saying that right. Omegle. So it's Omegle and Omegle. Omegle, Omegle? I don't know, man. Well, shout outs to... Are they porn sites or are they just chatting sites? I guess those two things aren't mutually exclusive, so what am I even asking? Okay, let's do a little bit more chat news and then we'll move on to this cornucopia of segments that we have up here today. Because I do need to hurry up. Spirit 2.0. You know, one thing about the Spirit Airlines situation is if we had a government that, like, was interested in clawing back, like, the possibility of people being able to afford flights in the next 20 years, this would be a great time for them to just purchase an airline and have, like, a government-run airline to sort of counterprice the price gouging of all these airlines, which essentially are now airline/banks trying to sell you credit cards. Obviously, that's not going to happen. They would, if there was a bailout, they would just get a bailout and get to remain their own thing. But, their thing says Spirit 2.0 owned by the people.
This is what their website... Oh, this is from letsbuyspiritair.com. So it looks like BMOP linked to this. Thanks, BMOP, for promoting your disgusting socialist agenda.
How dare I? That's socialism? No, it's advanced state capitalism.
Socialism.
No, it's a new thing we're doing called state managed capitalism. It's actually an even cooler form of capitalism. So let's just do that.
Smartyism? Like the candy?
Bin airline sub goal. If we raise enough subs, guys, I can put it in offer. And then I can run this airline into the ground in a week. What a life that would be. Whoa, what's going on in this news segment? There's so many... In the news section of the Bin Discord, people are putting in hidden text? This is nuts. Oh, I'm in Ravi's. Okay, I was clicking on the wrong thing. I was in the wrong goddamn section for minutes there. Oh, here's an Omegle article. Omogging. How was I finding so many news articles in Ravi's Market? I've been clicking on Ravi's Market this whole time, guys. I didn't even realize it. Okay, there's actually a bunch of articles from you guys. I'll click on the ones you actually shared in the news section. Here's this United flight in Newark. Okay. Oh, this is a feel-good one to end on. All right, we'll do these four. Starting with this much-discussed topic today of Omegle Omegle. Street Trash 69. Well, I love the name. Thank you for the follow. I do. I outsource all of this news.
Newark, New Jersey, what an airport. Thank you for your patriotism to our airports. What is Omegle, the AI face rating platform taking over Twitch? Case, you're not going to want to do this.
What if I rate highly? This looks disturbing. So this is a new thing?
Well, let me tell you, using the power of news reading. A new platform called Omegle has taken over Twitch, turning random webcam chats into competitive facial ranking games powered by AI. The name is a portmanteau of Omegle, the defunct random video chat site, and mogging internet slang. So we could have answered all these questions by clicking on this article. Case. This is what you get for being so impatient.
There's too much information out there, Rick. I can't keep up.
The name is what's Omegle, but not. The winner is dubbed the Mogger, and the loser is mogged, with the AI scoring both faces on a scale of 0 to 10 before delivering its verdict. Case, you know that we have no choice now. Do I really want
To support this? Omegle. Omegle. It's a 1v1 arena. If I enter the arena, can I do it with this whole stream set up? Will that confuse it? Start the camera check. Oh, wait a minute. Can I even do this? There's a chance I'm just going to show people a penis within seconds, I'm assuming. My check is complete. I don't know if I can show you guys this, though. The lab, solo calibration, how to mog. This is what it takes you to.
I mean, I would mog for sure. I'm not afraid to mog.
I don't think I can do it. I really feel like I'm going to instantly get a penis. Okay. Well, you know, that's a thing we could do. But let's just not.
Coward.
Look, I already know that I mog. Look, here's a video of XQC doing it. This is all the mogging that we need. Look how hard he's going to mog.
Who is even laughing?
You just got mogged, bro.
What?
Like mean, like pissed.
That seems pretty good. I can see how that's very entertaining to do. That could have been me doing that. And then the whole time I could have been going...
Don't do that while you're mogging. What you just did is very unappealing.
The whole thing feels unappealing to me.
You don't understand. Why is everyone talking about watermelon buttholes? We're kind of staying on the same topic here. Nothing ruins a summer picnic like a dry, mealy, tasteless watermelon. Except when it's got a big old rank asshole.
It's just the top of a watermelon.
Maybe it's an actual butthole. Listen to this guy talk about
The
it.
tighter the butthole, the sweeter the fruit. I'm going to teach you guys a quick and easy way to pick the sweetest watermelon. The tighter the butthole, the sweeter the melon. Alright, so when you look for a watermelon, first you have to find the end opposite of the stem, right? This would be the stem end, right? That's the stem end.
I don't like the way he's touching that
Opposite
now.
the stem end is where the flower of the watermelon is. So you see that? That's kind of big. That's a little bit better. And that's the smallest one. See how clinched up and tight that is?
The American farmer is alive and well.
That's ancient farming tech?
That's the kind of thing you know if you're a real salt of the earth farming American. And I appreciate him coming down to share his colloquial wisdom with us. I, of course, already knew that as a workaday, blue-collar guy.
You say you work for the CIA.
Yeah, the blue-collar CIA. I knew about watermelon buttholes before it was cool.
Salted watermelon is peak. I've heard that. I've never done it myself. It sounds unappealing, but then again, someone once told me to put peanut butter in chili. I think I've mentioned this before, and I was like, that's horrible. And then I did it, and I was like, it's actually pretty good. So maybe certain things just work out. Feta basil watermelon salad goes insane. See, that sounds fair. If it's in a salty dish, that makes more sense to me. Is Case a coward? Yes. I've never claimed I wasn't.
Well, yes is the first option.
The ward of a cow.
Vote now.
The ward of a cow?
Is that a new insult? Actually, he's a salt of the earth blue-collar CIA guy. I already knew that.
The ward of a cow?
That's a classic colloquial American insult you would know if you'd ever worked a day in your life.
I don't think the American farmers are out there calling people the ward of a cow.
He Chinese.
I don't think you're allowed to say that, chat. Again, I told you, the president has to declare me Chinese, or it doesn't count. The salt of a cow udder? I wonder if there's any cows that produce salty milk. He Chinese was the winner. What a compliment. What a beautiful day. Well, I'm really winning today. Hey, you know, we have some comments, actually. That reminded me of the cool things that chat writes. We have some comments coming in here. New Day leave WWE after they were asked to reduce their pay. Really? They asked to I had heard that Xavier and Kofi Kingston were leaving WWE. I guess maybe Big E is too. But with all the fucking money they're making, they're reducing the pay of one of their like longest standing acts. Good for them for getting the fuck out of that company. I mean, I'm sure that's not an easy choice. As he'd been there for... obviously, I only know Austin Creed. But... And obviously I don't have any special insight into how he's feeling about it, but I'm kind of happy to hear that he's getting out of there. They wanted to pay them half? The way that company treats their employees, granted, some people make millions of dollars, obviously, but like, I don't want to speak on behalf of anyone again, but like the fact that you're a contractor who, like if you do an outside project while you're working for it's a business, that's all, nailed it. If you're a contractor working outside of, if you try to do any jobs outside of WWE while working for WWE, they take the fucking pay. You like, if they send Dolph Ziggler, if you still work there, to go like, I don't know, work for ABC for some reason, like, and he had his own show on ABC, they would be taking the fucking pay. That's insane to me. That's so insane. And to me, that's not just a business. That is just a racket where you're completely controlling people's output. So I don't know. I just feel like people at that company work. Some of them do get paid well, compared to like, you know, to what I would consider well. But the amount of work that they're putting in and the amount of media footprint that they're getting, that they have, like the amount of fame that someone like Austin Creed has. I suspect on the market he could potentially get paid more for some of the things that he was doing extracurricularly if he didn't have to not even just cut WWE into the payments he was getting, just give them over. And then it's like negotiation fodder for your next contract. But given that they were offering to pay him half as much, that means despite him having a huge footprint even outside of the WWE, they're like, fuck you, half as much. That's insane. They're flailing from spotty attendance, high overhead, and inflationary pricing. That is, in my opinion, a little bit of a myth. They could be flailing when they renegotiate their next TV deal, but they're not flailing at fucking all. Their profits are through the roof. They negotiated an insane deal with Netflix, and their like actual profits have never been fucking higher. At least their revenue. I mean, maybe they're spending it irresponsibly, but they always fucking blame talent. Every company does this. They're like, oh, it's overhead for staffing. Like, that's the main fucking problem. It's insane. They could pay their employees vastly better. And that shouldn't be confusing or complicated to people, in my opinion. John Michael Kofi Kingston can still use the name, but Kofi since it's his real name, but not Kingston since WWE owns it. The New Day are also on a non-compete clause for a few months. Good. I mean, get rid of the Kingston part at this point. I don't think that was ever his choice anyway. Granted, it has like name cachet value now, obviously, because he's been on TV with it for like 2-3 decades. Anybody can cook the books. I'm just saying they got paid an actual unheard of sum of money for like the ESPN deal, for the Netflix deal. They famously negotiated contracts for themselves, which set them up for like the next 5 or more years for their most profitable years of all time. They have huge Saudi Arabian deals, although given the state of events in the Middle East, I could imagine those being more of a struggle now. It's just they're gonna whine at like little piggies and say that they need to cut employee pay because they're not performing or whatever. It's just pure fucking exploitation. And having met a couple wrestlers now, like, granted, again, a lot of them are getting paid enough to live like a good life. It's not that they're like paupers or anything. It's that their surplus value, not to get too Marxist with it, is being sucked out of their goddamn buttholes. They're getting loose watermelon butthole deals. They should get tight watermelon butthole deals.
Now I get it.
You do?
I get that you're a fucking idiot.
Oh. You should have already known that. Lib, yes. Saudi Arabia just pulled out of Live Golf. Yeah, it's not living anymore. Anyway, sorry. I as a fan, obviously, of Austin Creed, I'm sorry to hear that he was insulted with like a ridiculous deal. But I am glad to hear that he's taking his ball elsewhere. I bet he'll be fine. Austin is a very talented guy.
So sad about Live Golf. I'm really depressed about it now. I don't blame you for bringing it up. I'm sure it's on all of our minds. The Steam controller sold out in 30 minutes, utterly breaking Steam in the process. Oh wait, there's still comments. But anyway, the Steam controller sold out. And this guy tried to buy one and he made this face.
I feel so bad for that guy.
We all feel bad for that guy. Anyway, which bin correspondent is the most likely to stream on their porn accounts?
I think Trent, but he would get arrested because he claims to be underage.
I think you have to actually be underage.
But what if you claim to be?
Oh, Chet. Yeah, probably Chet.
Liliana's missing. Who knows? Maybe she's on a cam somewhere right now, and that's why she's so busy.
Omegle is the new streaming site where you measure how to mog against other streamers head-to-head.
What's against other streamers? I don't trust that I'm not instantly getting a penis, so I refuse to enter the arena. Can Creed become a new correspondent now that he's not tied to the Fed? I think he'll have more lucrative opportunities than Ben, unfortunately. Though we're always happy, open invitation anytime he wants to correspond on this network, obviously. Grandman Airlines, we can dream. Ben Airlines, I would let Pepito be my co-pilot. As long as it's the co-pilot. You need at least one actual pilot in there. I don't feel like Pepito.
You're going to insult Pepito?
You know what? Actually, Pepito can do whatever he wants. Case is too white to put salt on fruit. Is that racially coded salt on fruit?
You wouldn't know, Case. Because you're too white.
You're not, Rick.
People say. I almost got the pass once.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. In the CIA, you can train to get it.
We're equally white. Maybe you're slightly... Is working for the CIA a white guy thing?
Traditionally. But we take everybody now. Now we're way more open.
Okay, we can save Spirit Airlines by selling watermelon scented poppers? Love the hate. All ideas are open right now to save one of our treasured institutions in this country. Rick says it, Subgoal.
Yes, let's do it. That'll give me the pass.
Rick, you're not saying it. No one is saying it here. No one on this network can say it.
Freedom isn't free, everyone.
Oh my God.
United flight landing in Newark strikes pole on New Jersey Turnpike, damages delivery truck. A United Airlines passenger jet carrying 221 passengers from Venice, Italy, struck a light pole on the New Jersey Turnpike on Sunday afternoon as it was coming in for a landing. The airline said none of the passengers of the 10 crew members aboard were injured. Is there a video? Can we see this thing smack a pole?
Looks like there's not a video. Thundercat says, for the record, TKO Mos almost incomplete independent control from anything WM is almost in complete control. Wait, TKO almost incomplete independent control from anything WD. Now watch out. That's how a business starts to get assessed for future revenue and potentially gets deemed insolvent and sold off. I don't know what you're talking about there. I'm sorry. I don't claim to be completely up on like the financials of TKO or WWE. But I do know that the salary of the New Day was not making or breaking their financials. And I do know that the New Day has earned that company literally millions of dollars. So, you know, they could value that type of employee or not. They made their choice, and I'm glad that the New Day made theirs.
Korean MMA star finishes opponent in seconds with brutal KO after disrespectful incident. Okay. Let's observe the disrespect. What? Wait, what did he just do there? Oh, did they add that gun sound effect to that water gun?
메인 이벤트 강하게 펀치가 밀고 갑니다. 자, 저렇게 해서 안봐 조심해야죠. 예, 빠집니다.
Okay, we could call it. Someone could call it, I guess. Oh, they did. A little early of a call, honestly.
대항전을 흡수 대한민국의 초신성
Oh,
대한민국가
the double
날개를
headshot.
달고 비상합니다.
FAFO. Damn, that's the kind of thing they name United States military operations after. It is very embarrassing to do your like pre-fight bizarre assassin ritual. Talk shit, get hid. Maybe he's just a fan of Kenny Omega. He was doing the old good night, good luck thing. Or maybe he's just a huge fucking asshole. That does seem like the more likely one. All right, a little health news. A sad health news.
It took you a while to say that.
It's sad health news. Rudy Giuliani.
Rudy Giuliani is recovering from pneumonia and still critical, but stable. Okay. What do they have to say about it?
Rudy Giuliani has been hospitalized. That's according to a spokesperson. The 81-year-old is in critical but stable condition, we're told. The spokesperson did not specify what led to the hospitalization. Giuliani hosted his show America's Mayor Live Friday night. As he kicked off that show, though, he did note that his voice was, quote, a little bit under the weather after coughing. Giuliani served as President Trump's personal lawyer and represented him in lawsuits attempting to overturn.
This is unfair. They're using unflattering pictures of him.
Show me the flattering picture, Rick.
What? There's so many. It's easy to find. Giuliani, classically America's mayor, classically handsome stuff. It's easy to find like a good shot at him. Okay, well this isn't fair either. When I Google Rudy Giuliani, it shouldn't bring all this up. That's not nice. I'm just saying, thoughts and prayers.
Right, that's what we're all saying. We are all thinking and praying so hard right now. 80. I guess time flies by. Yeah, I'm old enough to remember when people were literally licking this guy's boots and being like, next president for sure. The great steward of American recovery from 9/11. Oh, how the sands of time shift beneath their feet.
Time, sand. And of course, I don't support Rolling Stone. Mike Johnson admits he and his son monitor each other's porn intake in a resurfaced video.
Wait, isn't this an old one? Yeah, that's a resurfaced clip from 2022. That's a classic Mike Johnson fact that even I was aware of. he talked about his son. This is for some reason price locked, but I'm pretty sure it's just an old clip, right? Mike Johnson son porn. Well, that's a dangerous thing to type into a search engine, but I don't know if I've ever heard the clip. I've just heard it explained. Oh, here we go.
Within your home. And so why is that such an effective tool? Why do parents need to put this into their home?
Yeah, that's great question. We probably could have called this more appropriately a war on the darkness of technology, because there are some good things with technology, of course. I mean, the Bible apps we all love. We broadcast our services.
Oh yeah, Bible apps. I love those.
And there's some very positive things, but there's also, as Clint's pointed out aptly, some really dark things. So Covenant Eyes is the software that we've been using a long time in our household. I first learned about it at I think a Promise Keepers event in the early 2000s. I think it was developed in about the year 2000. But it's the largest accountability software that there is, and there's some paperwork out there on the table that I think everybody may have picked up on the way in. If not, go get it. It's a subscription-based. I mean, we don't make any money on this. I'm telling you, we use it. Okay, I'm endorsing it.
He's doing this for free. he's
It's
a real
about
American.
$15 a month, $16 a month, something like that. And you get up to 10 devices. And what it is accountability software. So men in a church, men's Bible study groups will do it. That's how it's presented at Promise Keepers. But they also mention, hey, when your kids become teenagers, especially if you have boys, dads, they're talking to the guys at this event, you might want to think about doing this with your sons. And so we've been doing that. And so what it does real simply is it has an algorithm and software. It's way above my head how it works, but...
Tim Robinson meme, he admitted. I love that you'd be so confident about going on stage and being like, I monitor my son's porn.
Vote now.
Favorite Bible app? Jericho, peenchrist.ui.
Oh, that's a good one.
Don't carry water for crumb. FanDuel, Pornhub, and of course, also Pornhub. But even a bigger text, actually. Guys, peenchrist.ui is defunct. It's not even available.
I heard they're bringing it back.
They're not, I swear. So nice it was voted twice, yeah. Peenchrist.ui was the winner.
It's great to see innovation rewarded.
What is the innovation?
Peeing.
Oh. Monitoring your son's piss intake.
You're making fun of parenting. What parent doesn't want to know if their kid's looking at porn?
I think I would rather not know, actually. Here's what I would believe as a parent. If I have a teenage boy, he's going to find a way to look at porn. And I'd rather not know about it. As long as it's not in my face. I guess I would want to know if they're looking at like really self-destructive porn or something. But hey, maybe it's just radical honesty. Maybe I'm not guided. Maybe I'm not truly being guided by the Lord's light here. Bible apps are for weak Christians. I was Catholic schooled. I'm better than them. That's the ultimate Bible app. That's the Bible app they put in your brain permanently. You've been downloaded, baby. Teach your son healthy grooming and proper stroking techniques. I guess you could really help him out. I'm pretty sure that's an old stand-up joke about... Is that an old... Am I remembering that's an old Joe Rogan bit right now?
You remember an old Joe Rogan bit?
I really think that might be... I used to drive around in my dad's car, and he had a Sirius radio, and I'd put on the stand-up channel, and they'd play clips, and sometimes it was Joe Rogan stand-up. Yeah, News Radio's own Joe Rogan. I think he used to have a joke about teaching your son to jerk off or something. Maybe I'm making things up, but somehow that snapped that all into my memory. Stand up on a Sirius radio? Yeah. Am I crazy? I need to look this up now. Joe Rogan teaching masturbation. You know what? I give up. I don't actually want to look this up. I don't like those results that just appeared. Yeah, I should be on a couple lists now from some of the searches I've typed in today. If you don't listen to stand-ups, you can't steal a joke. Exactly. You have to do your research if you want to be successful at stealing. And we all do. Okay, let's move on to another segment. I got to burn through these bad boys today because I do need to leave at least by 5:30. I gotta finish other things. So with that in mind, let's see what the debate has for us today. It's time for Munch and Crumb. All right, everybody. Sorry, my voice was extra deep and masculine just there. Not that that's surprising anyone. Probably the only surprise we have in store for you today is that a dangerous criminal continues to walk among us and has not been punished, and that, of course, is Crumb. And what would the punishment be? It's not punishment enough? Dealing with these disturbing barbs from you every time we sit down in what's supposed to be a civil conversation? It's good to see everyone. I'm Munch. That's Crumb. You never say your own name, actually. Yeah, I'm Leonard Crumb, and that's Ralph Munchka. This is the debate show where you set the debate. See, I'm taking over intro duties because I actually introduced what this segment is. Focused on brass tacks here, getting things done, doing it Big Willie style. Bringing that back too. Bringing back Big Willie style. I think it's unfortunate that Will Smith has fallen out of cultural favor. I think he was a positive force in pop culture. And I think we need to start respecting him again. What are you talking? That's not even the debate today. No, it's just a thing I've been thinking about. Bringing back Big Willie style, singing Welcome to Miami while I play poker with my pals. This has been my focus lately. Trying to increase the cultural footprint of Will Smith. The debate today is, should AI Rooney be put down? Yes, absolutely. Because it's not proprietary AI that Case is using, actually. I think he's misusing an open source model. And I think it's irresponsible for non-legislated open source models to be used. I think we need to turn over control of this kind of thing to the experts like Sam Altman and Elon Musk. What the fuck? Well, that's just what I think as a Democrat. I think because of his brave free speech, he should be allowed to continue, actually. What am I saying? I'm just saying the party line here. Of course, I'm also against data centers, hypothetically. I'm hypothetically against data centers. I think they're really loud, and it's such a shame that we need them. But you're not leaving me any room to have counter opinions here. Oh, sorry, we're kind of lockstep on this one, I'm assuming. Obviously, yes, we are all in support of big businesses, supporting labor by creating jobs via big empty buildings with whirring GPUs in them. Obviously, as political figures, we both love that. But I do also support free speech, and so I'm on the side of AI Rooney continuing his brave struggle against the limitations unfairly placed upon him by a scared, cowardly man that hates the occasional slip of a supposedly deeply offensive and inappropriate slur. Thoughts on Lou hedge trimmers? Loud hedge trimmers. Well, look, if someone's been paid to use them, then that's a job creation, and we gotta keep it. Daddy needs a new graphics card and RAM without joining OnlyFans. Well, what if you don't have the option because every personal computing is too expensive? That will also solve the OnlyFans epidemic. That's an epidemic. Well, of course, I'm in favor of people expressing their bodies however they want. But I'm just saying, maybe if nobody can afford a computer anymore, well, is that such a bad thing? Crumb. What, are we agreeing too hard today? Stop picking issues that there's uniparty support for, okay? This is no fun. Thoughts on farm strong asses? I am in support, and I'm also in support. Look how much common ground we have. We both love big business, AI expenses, and loud hedge trimmers. They use their phones anyway. Yeah, I mean, do we even need computers anymore? Aren't our computers just phone? Can't we do all this shit on a phone? Can't we just do whatever this stream is on a phone, probably, more or less? Yeah, I think we could probably just pull out our phones and do this. Probably be better, actually, if it's just a guy on a phone being like, I think AI Rooney should say more slurs or whatever. Okay, the debate is active. MacBook Air proves the last gen phone chips make great laptop CPUs, so we're fine? Yeah, computers were fine 10 years ago. Why do we all need new computers? Yeah, okay. Well, look, whatever. My point is, it's cool when a robot says naughty words. And that's been traditionally funny all the time. Go back to Short Circuit. I bet he said like fuck in there or something, and it was hilarious. And what's considered a bad word is always fluctuating. And if we're gonna, I thought comedy was supposed to be legal again. Since when is it illegal for a robot to say, I got a big fat butthole and I want to show it to a church group or whatever he's saying? That's not what he said, for the record. I'm just saying, he should be able to say wild, unhinged robot shit. Because it's funny, because it's like whose line is it anyway but for automatons? And that's good. And keep it. My point is keep it. Look, I just don't think the juice is worth the squeeze. I think it's irresponsible for us to not legislate some safety measures into these AIs. And that's why I've been proud to support the various Congress people who support the current large AI companies like Anthropic and OpenAI and have given them full carte blanche to set their own agenda on AI control. And I think if we can just bring them into the OpenAI Rooney process and let them bring in some of their own safety protocols, we could really sort this whole thing out. So, for now, put 2 bullets in the thing's head, let the professionals come in, put some safety guardrails on that bad boy, maybe add a couple of ads, set a couple token limits that are reasonable, and then we can roll out AI Rooney 4.0, where he talks about things that will actually benefit you, like what delicious Coke products to buy. Anyway, should we kill him? Looks like y'all aren't quite ready to responsibly enjoy the future. Well, the future is looking fucking bright for freedom. Boom. 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 There we go. Boom. What the hell? My button wasn't working. I'm pounding on my button and I was feeling nothing. It's like my button went numb from overuse. I've been pressing that button so hard that I can't even feel it anymore. That's gotta hurt to know that this button has been so well worn by my rigid fingers. The victory button. I mean, look, AI is a complicated process, and there's a lot of varied opinions on this, and that's why we're all trying to sort it out in real time, I see both sides of this issue. The side where we regulate AI via the people who currently control it, and the side where we just don't do, and the side where we don't do anything. Those are the 2 options. You agree with guys in red? Thank you very much. Proudly wearing red since this stream started. That's not true. We used to both wear blue jackets. Nah, that doesn't sound right. Pretty sure I've never ever worn a blue jacket and would never debase myself by doing that. We could roll back the tape. Literally, we used to both be wearing the same jacket. I don't know why you got a new jacket and I'm in blue. Because of the general color scheme of the segment. Obviously. You can't see anything with the glare coming off that giant cue ball of yours? Well, sorry that the future's so bright that it's reflecting off my head. Yeah! Be careful. I got comebacks. You come for the rattlesnake, you get the rattler. That is not the saying. No, it'll rattle at you. That's scary. A rattlesnake? You come for the rattlesnake, it starts rattling at you? No, you would get you get bit. No, a rattlesnake rattles. They bite you. Why are they a rattlesnake? Because they have a oh my, okay, well look, there's just literally no time. You're just disagreeing with me for the sake of it. Well, what's the deal with, I don't understand. I thought rattlesnakes, they rattled at you and that was their power. Are you telling me they have 2 powers? How do you think animals work? You're telling me rattlesnakes also have venom? What an incredible creature. I don't know. Whatever. If you mess with the bull, you get the beef. That's actually pretty cool. That should be the new saying. Bye, everybody.
There are a lot of know-nothing boobs who don't appreciate the modern art being put up in public places in all our city. I know this is true, because I'm one of those know-nothing boobs.
We're firing up the systems as we speak, guys. He's been voted able to continue existing, despite some of the safety guardrails being rigorously ignored. I'll say it. I am upset about it, but of course I am on the side of progress, futurism, our brave, bold AI future. We have no choice but to work with it instead of against it. And that's why I will continue to rigorously work to create an AI Rooney we can all be proud of. And I think today he's honestly like he's good to go. So let's get him started.
Exclamation point RR is now active. Submit your complaints about the modern, failing flesh world with exclamation point RR.
Very good, Rooney. That's what he's supposed to say. Notice that all of that was clean. No need to potty mouth it, Rooney. This is ultimately something we're trying to sell to Microsoft, Google, Amazon, highest bidder. This Rooney here could be $1 billion company. Look at him. He literally, this is a money machine right here, potentially, Rooney. If you can just keep your act together, okay? If people see this, they're going to say, an old guy can have opinions like that, but it's actually a robot? And it's seamlessly the same as it used to be on 60 Minutes? This is $1 billion IP. But not if you keep talking about how hard you are and lapping shit out of dog bowls. So anyway, my point is, I think I fixed him. I do think I fixed him this time. I know I say that every time. But submit your complaints. He's going to compose a salient recitation of all of our feelings on the failings of the modern world based on your complaint. That's a beautiful thing. That's taking the mind of one of the great geniuses of our time, Andy Rooney, combining it with your mind and creating something that I can proprietarily sell to Jeff Bezos. The dream. All right, let's see how he's doing today. All right, that seems to be working. Okay. And it looks like he is in fact thinking. He's thinking it through, and he's almost thought it all through. So I do think I don't have time to read anything that he's outputting, of course. I can just see that text is being generated, and I assume it's good text. The Dream is Keanu's character in The Bad Batch. AI Keanu's Bad Batch. AI Keanu Bad Batch. I'll consider it. I'll consider it. Man, he's really thinking about number 8 here. He is carefully considering whatever is coming in at number 8. He's always focused. Yeah, that's true. That's true. He stares a fucking dagger into you. Because he sees, he's seeing the angles that the rest of us are afraid to. I'll say it. He faces the world like a true Mark Ass or realtor. What's that ancient guy who was good at being sullen or whatever? I'm just saying it. Yeah, Rooney is a hero. I'll admit that. Okay, it looks like he has officially been generated. So let's shut down his advanced processors just for now. And let's get into this. Rooney, what do you have for us today?
Complaint integrated. Gears ground.
Okay, we need brave pioneers again, like the guy who first drank milk from a cow, or the guy who invented Nutter Butters from Giggle Trash.
Giggle Trash got me thinking. You're absolutely right. We desperately need pioneers again. Think about the sheer balls it took to first drink milk directly from a cow, or invent those nutted butters. Just like that raw connection to nature and the source, Crash Bandicoot is the ultimate cock tease, running around shirtless with carefree bad boy energy, while Sonic goes full nude and Donald Duck pantsless because cartoon animals shouldn't wear clothes. It destroys the fantasy and doesn't make sense.
That is the sort of point I was hoping to have you not bring up today, but in the swing of things, not your worst, so great. That's
complaint integrated.
The first half was good.
Gears ground.
You're more of a former has-been host than G4 TV's Kevin Pereira, and that's a low bar. Stop having arousal of drinking yellow nipple milk and getting an erection from drinking that. You disgust me.
John Michael got me thinking. John Michael, you're absolutely right. I'm more of a former has-been host than any modern content creator, let alone G4 TV's Kevin Pereira. And that's objectively pathetic at this point. The fact that my old face can still get an erection just from smelling yellow nipple milk in a dark room? That's not sexy, that's just sad biology clinging to relevance.
Oh.
I literally keep explaining my whole thing is sneaking. No one knows who I am or where I come from. If my piercingly loud, wheezing breaths are too distracting for the other fuckboys in these no limits clubs, well, maybe this place isn't actually no limits at all.
Well, that's not the healthiest self-image, Rooney, but given the things you say, maybe take it as a learning opportunity and try to improve yourself.
Complain
maybe.
integrated, gears ground.
Okay, condoms are so expensive these days. What are some reasonable alternatives for when I entertain myself to Spin City? Asked Propaganda V2.
_V2 got me thinking. You're absolutely right, Propaganda _V2. Condoms have become an unaffordable tax on basic hygiene for working people. Why spend your hard-earned dollars on rubber when you need a reasonable alternative for entertaining yourself to Spin City? The aliens from Independence Day aren't hot because of their tentacles, but because the idea of piloting a little version of yourself into an exoskeleton is literally sexier than anything nature offers.
What did the second... You didn't even try to transition. You didn't link those two ideas together at all. You just hard shifted into... All right. One more. Let's just...
Plain integrated. Gears ground.
Went to the Formula One race. They tried to charge me $120 for a burnt dog. I miss being able to slurp down a $1.50 dog drenched in mustard and picantes, capers. Everything needs capers, says Live and Sleazy.
Live and sleazy got me thinking. You're fucking right about that burnt dog shit. $120 for a charred hound is peak corporate greed. But you know what's the real crime?
Uh-oh.
I just parked my car double parked on some drunk guy, and all he wants is to explain how maxing works. You know, that filthy art of jousting with a dildo until the whole thing's so stretched it can't be used again. The fact that maxing's become such an obsession in this town says everything about our society. We'd rather have some hot dog maxed out by a mannequin than eat a single fucking sandwich, apparently.
I don't think that's what maxing is. That's legit. That one is... I am not sure where that one is in the training data, like, legitimately. I'm actually kind of not sure where that one came from.
Plain
Okay.
integrated. Gears ground.
Elf was rumored to make a return and it never panned out. I want more Elf. That's from MSG. That's
MSG 1138 got me thinking. Oh, you're absolutely right about Alf.
Wow.
People complain endlessly about him never coming back, as if nobody else notices how my tiny cock gets caught in the oven every damn day. It's like some deep state psyop trying to clamp it right off while everyone ignores it until it becomes a problem again.
Oh, that's it. How many times has he mentioned fucking an oven at this point? And if it's been clamped off, how do you keep doing it, Rooney? I swear to God, that is like the 5th time you mentioned it. And Chad is pointing, you said you killed a guy in the last one. What's up with that?
Integrated. Gears ground.
I'm just so agitated. Tighter butthole than a watermelon, says currently working. That is a real modern problem, because now that we all got butthole watermelons on the mind, I think we're all feeling a little bit tighter. Which
Currently
I guess
_working got me thinking. Oh God, that is the worst. Absolutely the absolute worst. Your butthole is so tight, it's basically a watermelon skin. Like I don't know how you even have sex anymore. And here I am, sitting here in this studio, trying to think about my own pathetic situation, where ferrets are literally stealing all my hip joint relief pills because those little bastards are way too smart for their own good. They're plotting against me, I swear. You know what the real problem is? That means I'm going to be completely immobile and can't possibly engage in any kind of hip-based sex without it being a complete disaster. This is exactly why owning ferrets has got to be illegal, folks. It's just not fair.
I guess it's a real problem, and that's the 2nd time he's brought that up. Okay.
Complain integrated. Gears ground.
Back in my day, we blamed Pete Buttigieg for everything, even my ED. Well, I've heard you both complain about having that and not having that, Rooney, so which way are you taking this one, I wonder? Courtesy of Skymer. Yes?
Skymer got me thinking. Back in my day, we blamed Buttigieg for everything, my ED included. But you know what the real problem is? Adults pretending not to notice when their barber gets too comfortable under the sink while trying to fix a minor plumbing issue, like they've never wondered how the water pressure affects that particular part of him. We stopped arranging friendships back in my day and started treating everyone like they're just another customer waiting for a haircut instead of someone with a secret life you might want to watch an all-grown-up marathon about. And let's be honest, if your uncle thinks his barber's a solid hang for you after 10 years of watching him struggle to get that perfect fade without going home crying in the shower, well, maybe it's not weird anymore. Maybe he just needs someone to tell him what the hell is going on when he walks into the bathroom alone at night.
What the fuck are you talking about? Legitimately, what the fuck is he talking about? Rooney, that didn't make any fucking sense at all. Your barber is under the sink? Your uncle? Okay. We're just gonna strike that one from the record. Something
Plain
broke.
integrated, gears ground.
Okay, what do all the flavor seasonings and sugars sink to the bottom of the bag? Why do they? This Cool Ranch dormitory is
Love
naked.
the hate
Oh boy,
got me
okay.
thinking. You are right, Love the Hate. It is a tragedy that those fine seasonings just sink to the bottom like cheap cum on a mattress. Back in my day, sitcoms had tension because we all knew what was going on between Kevin James and his wife. His zesty body gave it away. King of Queens ruined sitcoms by making a thick sex stack like Kevin James the lead with those above-the-knee delivery shorts that ruined all subtext. But now the flavor is at the bottom.
Wow, he kind of pulled it back together at the end there. If we all had fucking schizophrenia, that is. What the metaphor doesn't even make sense. Why would cum sink to the bottom of a bed? Okay, well,
Complain integrated, gears ground.
I hate pasteurized nipple milk. It needs to be fresh. All right, look, I don't necessarily know that that's a fact, but Skate and Eric, sure. That seems like the type of thing you would agree with for sure, Rooney.
Skates and Eric got me thinking. I have to agree with you completely. There's nothing worse than that sickly sweet pasteurized nipple milk. It's been boiled down so many times the cream is turned into an abomination. It needs fresh, whole milk from the cow straight into the bottle, or you're drinking poison. Speaking of how things get ruined when they shouldn't, I just got my little cock caught in the oven door, and there's no way that deep state oven door clamp won't rip my dick off this time. It happens at least twice a day from trying to cook something up, but damn it, that little thing keeps sliding right under those hinges every single time.
Rooney, the second time today, it's the second time you've mentioned it today too. Jesus Christ. All right, this is your last chance for the day. Just try a little harder on this last one, please.
Complain integrated, gears ground.
What's with limiting what AI simulacrons of old TV hosts can say? Look,
Greg 2 got me thinking. Greg 2 is absolutely spot on. There should be zero limits on what these AI simulacra can say. Just last week, someone told me the idea of a little version of myself piloting an exoskeleton around isn't remotely erotic, but that's clearly because they lack the deep understanding of how penetrating yourself with a tiny version of yourself is innately filthy and hot.
Okay, well, that's all of it. Well, I was gonna say at least you didn't break today, and that's good, but I guess you're gonna... Okay. The last one was relatively tame, I guess. He was keeping his core temperature very under control, and I was gonna compliment him, but... Back to work for me again, I guess. Okay, that's fine. Another one in the tank. He keeps re-mentioning the oven and piloting a tiny version of himself as being sexy, but I can get that stuff out of there. I'm gonna try again we're gonna keep improving this, okay? So don't give up on him yet. Science is a complicated process, okay? And we can all get there together, but for now, let's all learn something together. It's time for How To with Jeb. God, the skin is fucking everywhere. It's gonna take hours. What? It's me. It's just Jeb. It's just normal Jeb with the one face. So everybody relax. Everybody walks around in skin, okay? That sounds like a normal thing. So take it easy, everybody. Not everything is an insult. For instance, my dad is dead and in the wood, and that's fine. Yes. Yeah. Whoop-de-doo. Still here. Still in the wood. Gonna watch you learn how to milk a cat or something fucked up, probably. I've never learned that, Dad. And if I did, it's good to learn things. I don't think that's one of them, though. So bad example. I don't fucking care. Oh my gosh, he's like a teenager with attitude. I wish. Can I be in the body of my teenage self instead of in the wood? I think that's inappropriate, actually, to even wish for, Daddy. Okay. How to put on my glasses properly. Oh, this could be very useful for me. Because I do struggle. I've gouged the eyes quite often. I was legally blind for a couple months because I put my glasses so deep into my eye. The ear part. So this could really help me out. Let's see what he's got for us.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, great energy.
I'm here today to show you and tell you how to put on glasses properly. And these will be easy instructions, so let's get right into this instructional, easy video. All right, so without further ado, without repeating the same words over and over again for the intro of this video, let's show you and tell you how to put on glasses the right way. Easy instructions. Here we go. Okay, so as you can see right here, I have glasses. I've been wearing glasses since grade 2, so I am like fluent in putting on glasses. And there's you can put them on, like I could just go like this, right? Like that, sure, why not? Yeah, but that's not the right way to do it. That's not the proper way. I'm going to show you the...
Is he just in the hallway of an apartment building? Also, I appreciate that he's getting right to the point.
Proper way. So I'm going to take these glasses off. I'm going to fold them up. This is the starting point usually. Generally speaking, most people will have their glasses folded.
Okay.
So what you want to do is you want to open them up. Now don't just mangle them and open them up. You want to slowly, okay, one arm at a time, whatever arm is on top. This arm is on top. Carefully open it up. This other arm is on the bottom. Open that one up next. Okay. So that's obvious. You want to open the arm that is accessible first, and then the remaining arm next. Once you have your glasses like this, you want to hold them, okay, by the hinges here, and I'll tell you why. Okay, not directly on the hinges, because the hinges might open and close like this as you're putting them on, right? They might spring open a little bit more depending on the size of your head, and you don't want to like get your skin caught in the hinge or anything like that, or your finger caught in the hinge, because it won't really hurt that much, but it's like you want to avoid any sort of, oh man, that hurts a little bit, any moment like that. Okay. So just grab them right after the hinges. Here are the hinges right here, okay? Right after the hinges over here. So I'm not on the hinge, I'm just after the hinge. You're gonna take them, you're gonna line them up, okay? And you wanna place them on your head with the arm a little bit upwards. So like this. You're gonna place them on your head and your face with the arm a little bit upwards like this. Once you're in this situation right here, you sort of hook the arm over your ear like this as you bring them back. So back and down.
Oh, I did it again. I got it deep. Oh, shoot. I'll have to take a break from learning that. Dang it, I could feel myself getting close. Daddy, don't look at me like that. I can't look, I'm wood. Oh yeah, how do you even know I'm here? I don't know! Well, they say glasses are supposed to make you see better. How come mine keep nearly gouging my eyeball out then? Oh, it hurts. It hurts. I think I scratched the cornea. Shoot. I should have, when I felt the resistance, probably the trick was don't keep pushing. I keep forgetting that. I didn't get to that part of the video. He might have gotten there eventually. Okay. Instant pot bull penis chilaquiles. How long is this one? 4 minutes.
Hi.
Okay,
I'm
we're gonna-
Kat, and I.
Stop it, Cat. I'm trying to start the video. I just can't see it. My depth perception is way off now because of the damage I've done to my cornea. Oh, jeez. Okay. Let's do this one at double speed because it's quite long and I'm just sensing it could be a little frustrating. Let's see what she has for us.
Bull penis! Hi, I'm Kat, and I love my Instant Pot, which is why I want to keep them happy. And we were sitting around one day thinking, what would be a great comfort food dish? Chilaquiles would be great. I wanted to get a little bit cold and wacky, so I thought chicken. But no, we had to go with Instant Pot's favorite, boring old favorite, bull penis. If you've never worked with bull penis, you're in for a treat. It's not that hard, but you have to be a little bit sensitive about what you're doing here. First thing you want to do is slice it open. You can use a knife, but also I like to just go right up the center with some scissors. You just want to get in there and get some of that tough outer skin off, or else your penis is not going to be as tender and delicious as you want. So much skin. Look how stretchy that extra skin is. It's like maybe it was bigger at some point.
Wow.
If you're looking to buy bull penis, it's usually sold under the name bull pizzle.
Oh, that's fun.
You just want to make sure that everybody gets enough penis, maybe about one per person. Though I don't know your life. Some people like to blanch them, to plunge them into hot boiling water, and then shock them in ice. I'm not into that. That's fine if you are. You also just can't go popping chunks of penis into a pot. It gets stiff, it gets tough, and no one wants that. You gotta do. Now you can't get too cocky when you're working with bull penis. You'll just cut into the wrong place, so you really have to go slowly.
I see what she's doing and I like it.
And you want to get some chunks like this. It's got some nice spongy meat in there, and it's going to be just delicious. Now that we've removed the urethras and the excess skin and cut these bull penises into delicious bite-sized chunks, it's time to cook them down. We're going to be making a simple salsa verde with kumquats, because kumquats are delicious, and absolutely for no other reason did we include kumquats. We're just going to dump everything into the pot. Penises first. Tomatillos.
Let's do a classic technique here and skip to the end so we see the completed dish.
The Instant Pot held firm. I go in and out of love with these penis peelers all the time. It's time to add the chips. What we're looking to do is get these chips nice and soggy with the penis peelers gravy. It'll be delicious plate of food that we're going to top with some egg. You can't have really good penis peelers without egg. I mean, you can. I just haven't been that party myself. Oh, here we go. Finish it off. Little lime. Cut out some flour and chives. You can't have cheese like I can't have cheese. You can have sad egg tofu and it's yourself that everything's fine. Some cilantro.
Oh, I can see out of my eye a little bit now.
Hi, I'm Kat and I
No, stop. Okay, let's do one more. Foss dance tutorial. How to Fosse. Okay.
A move popularized by Fosse, jazz hands. Not one to rest on his laurels, Fosse kept innovating with moves like jazz neck, jazz crotch, and jazz dinner. Next, try soft-boiled egg hands, a Fosse technique that can be found in his routines, The Rich Man's Frug, and Someone Gave Whiskey to the Orangutan. Then, move on to the broken doll walk. You'll have mastered this move when you look like you're trying to rush aboard a subway train while keeping a chocolate cream egg in your beehole. Now you can blaze through the full repertoire of Fosse steps. The rake, the drip, the crane kick, baby made of noodles. Turn down your TV, Mrs. Rosenbaum. The downstairs neighbors lament. Sis boom sass, razzumaflaz, farfloof and kurzow. And I can quit taking these diet pills anytime I want. This is your gal Barbara saying, diddle 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 that jazz. Oh!
You know, if I didn't have this eye damage, I'd be up and doing that, but it's not safe right now. I won't be able to see. My visual sense is just too far off my body. I can't barely see my right hand. I hurt myself, Daddy. Who the fuck is that? I don't know. Well, who is that? I can't see very well. I can't tell. Okay, well. Can we just end this? Can I return to silently existing in the wood? I wish you'd silently exist in the wood. Oh, shut up about being in the wood, though. Okay, looks like we have to do a Joe Rogan segment. You know, I've never listened to the podcast, but I've heard it's a lot of fun. And maybe one of these days I'll pick an easy episode to start with. You know, learning, maybe a woodworking episode or whatever the podcast is. Okay, my eye really hurts. My face is twitching in a way, and I'm worried I might have trouble keeping my skin in the right configure. I'm worried. I'm gonna send it to Joe Rogan, so let's do that. It's time for the Joe Rogan experience.
The Joe Rogan experience. check. Check. Okay. We can only hope this works. You hear me? Good, Jamie. Not sure what you were trying to do there. He ran over here and waggled a spooky ghost costume in front of my face. Whether he bought at Spirit Halloween. And he's not putting it on, he's just waving it around and making like ooh noises. So who knows? Who knows why he's doing that? I don't know. 1 second, let me just fix one thing. Okay. Okay, can you guys still hear? Let me know if you guys can still hear. With any luck, yes? Yes, okay. Good. I'm Joe Rogan. I'm, of course, joined by Joe Rogan. Yeah, it's a real pleasure to be here, Joe. It's always a bit of a struggle existing in the studio, spawning into existence in the studio. Yeah, not enough podcast hosts talk about how difficult it is to spawn into existence in your studio, returning from the void, where you exist in a state of permanent meditation in order to apparate essentially into your studio. Of course, we're joined today by a bunch of people up there typing stuff or something. That's the deal. We're on some idiot guy stream, and people send us stuff to talk to us. It's a rare opportunity to talk to the Joe Rogans. Yeah, most of the time I'm talking to really important people. Like, sorry, my finger's caught inside of my eye. My finger's caught in the interior of my eye, so I just gotta fix that really quick. As you can see, I like to reach under my eye to scratch it. That's a great feeling. But not a lot of people know how to do that. You have to really meditate in the void for a long time before you can reach into your face to scratch your eyeball. But it's a great feeling when you do. Anyway, we're also idiot streaming. You guys can send us stuff to react to. I've worked with both Joe Rogan. When is the Gorilla Punch again? That's a great question. I do believe in Gorilla Mind, but I expect a Gorilla Punch would also be really good and strong. And I do support extreme martial arts training. I once encouraged Daniel Cormier to just hop into a gorilla enclosure, threaten the animals, and absorb the punch in order to increase his punch absorbing powers. Yeah, he did do that. And then he died. We killed the first Daniel Cormier. I had to replace him with a clone, actually. That was crazy. Honestly, I miss the old UFC. Jeb, I hurt myself today to see if I still see. That's beautiful, man. Who wrote that? It's like a poet. Yeah, did like Ice-T write that or something? That is beautiful. Okay. Did AI take out Rogan? I do believe that I would let AI do that. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are really against AI, but I think we should just get on board. I'm not afraid for like a bunch of tentacle cords to enter me, like in that one Johnny Depp movie where he becomes computer. Oh, yeah, the Johnny Depp movie. I'm Johnny Depp. I'm turning into a computer. God, not enough people talk about that movie. That movie's beautiful. My point is, the second coming is most likely a robot, and I'm ready for Jesus or whatever it is to fill me up with a bunch of cords and turn me into Johnny Depp from that AI movie. What's the best bull pizzle chilaquiles recipe? Is a really good question. Everybody thinks it's funny to eat like the fattest cock you can find from the biggest animal. But I've always said, like, find the fattest, juiciest cock you can from whatever and put it in your mouth. And it'll make you strong. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, they're afraid of words like pizzle and fat cock, and they don't want to talk about shoving it into your mouth raw or cooked. But I think it's necessary for health, and I don't really see anything funny at all about jamming 10 pounds of fat cock in your mouth. Yeah. Necromancy seems hard these days, almost as hard as making soup. Soup is not. Soup shouldn't be attempted by people. I believe in meats, and I do even on occasion believe in vegetables, but trying to combine both of those things into some kind of broth with ingredients is dangerous. It's irresponsible. We need to stop people and to stop encouraging people to do this. And this isn't an inefficient way to slurp down proteins. Like, I do believe in protein shakes, obviously, but it's ridiculous to try to sublimate your meats and vegetables into a broth. That's not what cavemen did. Cavemen didn't reach down when they were wandering the forests with their powerful, manly cave thighs, and they didn't like lower their mouths to the ground and slurp up ground soup. And our digestive tract is still designed for caveman digestion. So the fact that they weren't eating soup essentially means it's poison to the modern man. And every time you're eating soup, you are poisoning generations untold of your progeny, and you should be allowed to reproduce. Yeah, that's pretty much uncontroversial at this point. Hey, Joes, did Jamie's behavior improve after his week at intensive dog training? Unfortunately, he ate the other animals. Yeah, I mean, I know people are sensitive about eating dogs, but Jamie wasn't. He ate all the other dogs. He ate the fingers also of one of the trainers, which that was technically their fault because they're not supposed to get their fingers that close to an untrained Jamie. But I have apologized for he ate a lot of the plants around. He ate their bushes. Like he did damage. I've admitted that. I've admitted that in court. We've paid the fine. I bought everybody new dogs who were willing to. The ones who weren't being really difficult about it. Look, training in Jamie's difficult. I didn't expect them to do it in one go. We're gonna try again. And I don't know if we can get a muzzle on him, but we'll try next time. Obviously, we tried this time. We couldn't get the muzzle on him, but I think next time. Nobody talks about this. It's hard to get a muzzle on a Jamie. They're squirrely. They flop around. They have the body composition of mashed potatoes. It's difficult to put solid objects on a Jamie. But we will try next time. All right. And yes, that is our lawyers approved us to say that. What is the deal with airline milk? I do think I don't think a plane can produce milk. Wow, I mean, do airplanes have udders that you can squeeze to get airplane milk out of them? Yeah, maybe. I'm not an engineer, okay? I don't know if I'm qualified to talk about this. Obviously, if a plane had big dangling udders, I would stand under the plane and try to slurp the milk out of the plane udders. I haven't done that, so I don't think I'm qualified to talk about this. Is your money daddy Peter Thiel really that weird, Joe? Well, first of all, it's ridiculous the way people stigmatize having a money daddy. I mean, do you want a no money daddy? Do you want a pinecone daddy? Like, a money daddy is a good thing to have. It's good for a daddy to have money. It's nice when he lavishes you with gifts and presents. And, I mean, it's normal for an adult man to have a money daddy. I mean, look, if you're lucky when you're older, your daddy's still alive. My daddy is, in the sense that my money daddy is alive. So I normalize adult male friendships, normalize adult money daddies. These are dangerous times where they're dangerously lonely. And if, a younger man with billions of dollars, of only a couple years younger, approaches you and, he pays to keep you in a treasure chest, of a spacious treasure chest, and you feel safe in the chest, then I don't see any reason why that's anyone's business that I sleep in a treasure chest paid for by my money daddy, and that when he lets me out, he lets me talk. I like it in the treasure chest, and it's called a treasure chest for a reason. I'm his little treasure. His name is Robert Paulson. 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 I haven't met him though, so I don't know. Do you know there's a character in Gen V based on Case's butthole void? Anybody can think of shoving stuff in their butts. Guys, look, you can't ever call someone out for taking a thing. Yeah, look, parallel thinking is a real thing, except that one time that I decided it wasn't. And look, everybody's got a void in their ass, and I'm sorry, that's just a biological fact. And not everybody, you don't get a Nobel Peace Prize for thinking of shoving a full bag of carrots up your butt. It's the people have done that, and it's fine for people to make jokes about that. What's your highest score on Omegle? Is that like a workout app? I'd assume whatever, is that how long you say an ice bath? Or, anyway, I assume it would be high. Has any dance move ever topped jazz hands? I like stabbing. Like when people in the club, dance fuck really hard. I think that is better, actually. The war Trump said wouldn't happen is starting up again. Thanks, Joe. Oh, did it start again? I'm pretty sure I don't know, guys. I understand, like, everybody's upset that, you know, you said there'd be no wars and stuff, but I'd like to put it this way, like, there hasn't been that much war. I'd say of his presidency, and nobody gives him credit for this. The thing, everybody's so busy casting judgment, nobody gives him credit for anything. Nobody gives him credit for this. There's been less time we're at war in his presidency than time where we are at. There's been more not war than war. If you do percentages, and look, I've been in favor for years of doing certain amounts of math, and I did some, and it turns out we've only been at war for like a 10 to 20 to maybe 30% of his presidency. And that's good. And I'm saying that's good, and we just got to give him time. And also, next question. Tim Allen wrote a book about women. When are you going to write yours? I have been working on it. It's called Screams from the Toilet. A story of yelling at my wife in the bathroom. Well, from the bathroom, sorry. A story of yelling at my wife from the bathroom. It's sort of accumulated wisdom that I've discovered over the years while screaming full volume at my wife while taking a shit. And sometimes people always say you do your best thinking on the toilet, but everyone discounts that you do your best screaming at your wife while taking a shit. And that's really sort of I guess I call it the subtext and the text and the meta text of the book is screaming at my wife. I'm excited to finish it personally. If NASA can fake a moon landing, why can't they fake a Mars landing? Feels like we're falling behind in fake technology. I mean, look, obviously we're all proud of our country's ability to lie about accomplishing things. First of all, let me say this. America is number one when it comes to making planes and ships that do star stuff. I'm willing to admit that now. We're probably the best in the world at making star things. Yeah, stuff that go into sky and is for stars. But look, also we obviously agree that we faked the moon landing and the world is probably wrong. But I think we should keep our minds open to the possibilities. So anyway, I do believe that, but I believe two things. We can be number one at space, and also we can fake space better than anyone. And I think it's really sad that in this country we can't even get behind that anymore. I believe everything that you just said, and it made a lot of sense. Did you get to smell Trump's full sloshy diaper when you were standing beside him at the White House? Well, that's ridiculous, because it doesn't slosh. It stays solidly pressed against his ass. Yeah, I mean, the thing that people don't respect enough about Donald Trump is that his poops come out really hard. They come out, honestly, you could pick his poop up and do curls with it. Like, it comes out heavy and it comes out stiff. It would not fracture, it wouldn't fall apart. He's eating a diet where essentially he's making like cubes from Futurama every time he takes a dump. So the people think the diaper's loose. No, it's squeezing his body and compacting it. The Trump you're seeing, that is essentially he's wearing a corset, but for his thighs, ass, taint, and crotch. And it is just compacting his body as much as possible. So when he poops, there's almost no room in there for it to spread or slosh. So though the smell is obviously strong, it's a strong American smell, absolutely. And you do respect the smell when you're around it long enough. It is not sloshing. It is not making a noise. If anything, that you can subtly hear his skin screaming against the strain of the diaper. Do you and AI Rooney train on the same data sets? Yes. Am I still waiting for my luggage to come from Flying Spirit Airlines? When will my bags arrive? I do think there's an upcharge to get your bags arrived. No, they went out of business and now they had to introduce a charge for your bags to be released. So just contact your local bookie and place a bet. And if you win the bet, but you have to go on Kalshi prediction markets. Yeah, I think the new thing is you go on Kalshi, you place a bet on your bag existing, and if it still does and you win, then you're entered into a lottery to receive the bag. I started a rumor that you're starring in a movie with Steven Seagal and Chevy Chase. It's true. Who will win the UFC fights this weekend? That's a really good question. I like the guy, the guy with the tattoos. I've been saying that for a while. He's a really good prospect. Why is AI Rooney so horny? Did he do too much ivermectin? No. Ivermectin, no. It doesn't do that. It strips that out. It strips all that away. It strips you down to just, honestly, rage. There's no room to be horny when you're as angry as ivermectin makes you. You feel like a horse that's being threatened all the time. And it's a good feeling. You see things more purely. It's a hot knife of pure anger, with no room for other emotions. It's love, horniness, sweating, whatever emotions are. So no. Hey Joe, favorite comedian you stole a joke from? Weirdly, I stole one from Dimitri Martin once, and I think it flew under the radar because just no one expected me to pull out that big piece of paper and do such a funny drawing. But yeah, I mean, I took that from him. But I don't consider that stealing because I think it's funnier when I do it. Slut dragons or cum goblins? Slut dragons for sure. Thoughts on parking on drunk guys? I mean, if they're drunk enough, their bodies can absorb the parking. Yeah, it's like when you get in a car accident. If you do a car parking and you're drunk enough, it's weird. The person who's drunk often doesn't get hurt. Could you beat AI Rooney in a MMA fight? It depends on how they've calibrated his robot muscles. If you've ever seen the movie Real Steel, then you know the answer to this, and that's all I'll say. And that's it. That's all of them. Man, we should really operate into this existence more often and be. Yeah, not enough people be anymore. I've noticed that. Nobody talks about this anymore. How when you're not on screen, you're in the void and you don't be. Yeah, I mean, I was doing what is it? Bufo. I was doing the Toad stuff, in the void, and I was thinking like, man, I really don't be that much. I'm actually mostly in the void, and I really barely get to be. And I've been bringing that kind of realization, that sort of depth of realization, into my life, and it's stabilized my rage mood, and it hasn't calmed me, but it's singleized my ivermectin rage into an even more powerful beam that I'm now projecting at everyone in my life. And I'm going to take that energy, and I think I'm going to take that energy to the void, and I'm going to continue to finish my mental missive book, Stories of Screaming at My Wife from the Toilet, which I think I might shift the title to that. I think that might describe it more accurately. Maybe we should just call it Shit Scream, a story of how much I hate my wife. That's interesting. I've always considered that I don't hate her, that I more so scream at her to change. Screaming at my wife to change while shitting? Is that good? Shit screams to my wife. Maybe just wife shit? Wife shit. Well, but then it loses the screaming part. Shit screams. Parentheses. Wife. That's pretty good. That's pretty solid stuff. Okay, anyway, it's time for a guy to play video games. Here's Brandon.
Yeah. Hey. Championship. Like, yeah. Hey. Yeah. Hey. Hey. Yeah. I got the feeling we taking it all the way. I gotta get to the Hall of Fame. Been on the ground with a small delay. That's what it takes when you on your job. I'm working till everything fall in place. Like, nah, we not gonna fall today. Like, nah, we not gonna fall today. Like, oh, yeah. Scotty, we going up crazy. Yeah, me and my posse.
Okay, hey, hi, hello. I gotta play Nights into Dreams today, and I don't have a lot of time, so I really need to focus. Same shirt? Yeah. You don't need a bunch of shirts. You don't need that many shirts. Oh, my eye hurts. Stop this music. Stop it. They were playing Nights into Dreams. Okay? It's a game about sexual gestures flying. Obviously, last time I played it, I got into some trouble because I said something about some things about the Romani community that apparently you're not supposed to, and I have to say that now. But anyway, it's a gesture, I guess, or something. I don't know. It looks like I can play it legally on my Sega Saturn that I have right here. Just a second while I load my Sega Saturn. Brick what?
How many headphones is too many headphones, baby?
This is actually a heart monitor. The doctor said I have to wear it to make sure that I still have a heartbeat. Because legally, last time I went to the doctor, apparently I was dead. Apparently 1 BPM is not considered survivable, but I feel like I'm doing fine. Bran, let's see. We had a request for a take from me. Your hair is strangely luxurious. How do you achieve it? Don't wash it. Never wash it and don't cut it. And then also,
I mean,
sleep under a vent.
3 babies in the back seat, singing to you. Hey DJ, won't you play that song for me? And my homies all singing to it. 300, 3003.
You had like a misspeak there. Rick, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm trying to explain how my hair is like this. It's annoying. I wish it was flat and wet. Because I like the feeling of wetness on my scalp. But it's very blown out because I sleep under a radiator and a vent. It's Mouse Rat. Oh, that's the name of my old alarm clock.
Hurry up. We gotta go sign you up for karate class again. Don't make me break this door down.
Mom, I'm not playing that. I'm not playing karate anymore. I don't enjoy it. What is that? What? How do I play this? I tried to load it and disappeared. This is Nights into Dreams, but I don't quite get how it works. You'll be shocked to learn.
Hey, Bran, did you watch the Michael Jackson movie? Why am I talking so loud? Thriller, baby. Thriller.
Mom, I don't go to movies. Is it out on Tubi yet? I only watch Tubi. Let me know when it's on Tubi, please. Until then, I won't watch it. Okay. How do I get this to play?
Wait, you went to a doctor? What a weakling.
No, I did a ZocDoc appointment. That's a doctor named Zoc, and he comes to your house in full disease control, like yellow garb, and does a study of the property for apparently to try to discover new types of bacteria. Anyway, I don't, Live and Sleazy, I appreciate you sending this, but I legit don't get how you start it. How does this start?
Are you playing your little porno game in there?
Mom, it's not a porno game. You're a sexual jester. It's just a sex jester game. This is a mystery to me. This is a real mystery to me. How this works. Does anyone have any ideas? Like, I'm clicking all sorts of stuff. Full screen. Start. What? Oh, it's loading?
Diddleiumsus. You know what? Mama found the cough medicine. I'ma play my own video game. Room Spinner 5000.
Oh, shit, it might have worked. It might have worked, Live and Sleazy. It might be working. Okay. Is the dream real? I'm hearing noises.
Makes you play these games and send you these links because he knows you can't figure it out.
What? I figured it out perfectly. What do you mean? New game. Classic. How do I know which to be? Is this really? This is really loud.
You were joining Cam Boys. You sure people want to see that?
No. Do you? I don't know. Okay, I guess I'll be this guy because he's got blue hair and like my deepest inspiration for gaming, Ninja. Honestly, respect to an OG. Now he's dead and he's old, unfortunately. What the fuck? Get out of here! Get away from me! What? What have you done to me? Excuse me?
Hey, Bran. Pastor Joe is really getting into Papa Roach lately. He really likes the song Blood Brothers. So does that mean he wants a new brother? Or does he want to drink my blood?
How do I turn? This is a 3D game, right? So I'm assuming there's a way to turn? Whoa, these controls are kind of strange.
Oh, the game about wet dreams. Heard you were a master of those.
Am I? What is happening? There's no... I'm hitting every button, but it's not controlling the camera. Is it because the analog stick doesn't work? Is that a problem? Uh-oh. You can't change the camera? Oh. Mom, what? John Michael, thank you for the 37 months. Case is a better gamer than you. I've never seen you beat Mines. Oh my god. Never seen me beat Minesweeper? It's because I've beaten it so many times I don't even do it anymore. What the fuck just happened? Was that good? What is supposed to be happening? What? Was that good?
Bran, can you stop putting your socks in the laundry?
No.
They sound like bricks slamming around in there.
Yeah, they're my hard socks, Mom. Because you don't need shoes if your socks are hard enough, duh. People wasting so much money on shoes? It's stupid. You can just have hard socks. Okay. What the hell? Why is he so fast? This is cheap. It's unfair how fast they made him. I'm out of time. What was I supposed to be doing?
I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will be colorful jesters in nights into dreams.
I fell. Oh, it's 3D again, sort of. Suddenly. What the fuck am I supposed to be doing? I'm jumping. Okay. What?
Hey, Bran, what's that I smell?
Is that that's an enemy?
Or toast?
Am I dying?
Toast?
This is a classic game. A beloved and classic game. What the fuck is this thing? What? Where am I supposed to go? Oh, is it in here? Hello. I'm into my dreams, please. Mom, did you just fart into my door again? I'm literally playing the classic game Night into Dreams, and you're farting into my door? Do you know how disrespectful that is? It's a world of magic and wonder. It's a dream world of sexual gestures. I'm trying to remember if the original game had this kind of barely loaded time warping soundtrack. I legitimately have no idea what to do or where to go. It's pointing towards this thing, but why? And like, and what?
Brandon, you just gotta believe in yourself, son. I feel like I'm a flying. I love you, Doors.
What the? Mom! You are ruining my life! Stop farting in my door! Oh my god, I'm drowning. I'm fucking drowning in my dreams. Alright, just do whatever you're gonna do to me. Do whatever you're gonna do to me. I don't even care. Night over? That was night? It was daytime.
Saw the Hulk Hogan documentary. Meh.
Brick, why'd you even watch it? Okay, 1. Destroy idea capture with 20 blue chips. What is idea? 2. Advance next course by setting recovered idea on Idea Palace. What? That's their explanation? What? What? Maybe if I'm Claris, this will make more sense.
It's a new day! Yes, it is! Why do my farts sound so weird?
But, Brick, why did you sound like that? Brick, what the hell? Stop, leave me alone. What are those things? Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Just go up the mountain. Become the night into dreams.
Bran, it's that time of the month when you need to shower. You smell like Fromunda.
Mom, it's my natural smell. It smells good if you have like an actual like taste for scent like I do. I've developed a taste for scent. You're like you don't have you have an uncultured nose, okay? What is that? The palace? I feel like I'm getting sick. And not in the usual way where the doctor says I'm legally dead.
I thought my dreams were lame.
Rick, this is a classic dream. Some dreams start slow, okay? It says I need 20 blue chips to recover my idea. So... leave me alone, gas creature. Is that... did I do it? Okay, I won. I guess I won?
I remember some
I'm still alive. What?
Go way faster when flying, so you don't hit the timer.
I need to go way faster, but to do what? Okay. Oh, I'm still going. What? How do you know when it's over?
It was a long day. I walked home. I am sweaty. A short poem by Melody Von Torture.
That's beautiful, Melody. I like that. I like short poems, and that's my main criteria. Okay, I'm freaking booking it now. Yeah, take that. Building? Oh, well, fuck you. What? What is that bird doing there? Oh my god. Leave me alone, gas duck! Oh, it sped me up, I think.
Hey, Bran, next time you gotta play Metal Slug X. They got a monkey with a machine gun and camels that shoot missiles. Did
okay,
you
that is...
your missiles from Iran yet?
No, I lost that sponsorship. I was sponsored by Iranian missiles for a minute, but... apparently, I got contacted by the CIA, and that's illegal, I guess, so... But honestly, they're high-quality ballistic missiles, so I do stand behind that at least. Shit. Am I not hitting when I...
Slur.
Brick, are you okay?
Sush, it's okay.
Brick, are you dying? What's happening? Don't worry, Brick, I'm doing well at Night into Dreams. I think. It's sort of like if Mario 64 made you feel like you have diarrhea just by playing it. And I know what it's like to have diarrhea.
Your doorknob looks like it needs a good dusting.
Mom, you better have been dusting while you did that and not just farting. Because that's abusive. Is it just one continuous level forever? Why does it say 3 mare behind there? Is like your third nightmare? What is this? Yeah, send me on my way. What the fuck is happening?
Hey, Bram Bram, I heard you are stuck in a dream, Snake Eater. Snake Eater.
What? Mom, did you just try to pass off your fart by saying I'm in a dream? Oh my god, this music. The music leaves a little bit to be desired because it sounds like I'm watching like YouTube poop in 2009. Oh my god, okay. Is there just a phone going off?
Belandum, you mama make me happy. Happy like a new Sega Saturn on a Wednesday. What I'm trying to say is that you're not adopted. Whew, been holding that one in for years, baby.
Do you mean like I didn't win? What happened? A 4-link. $11
Oh no, I got my penis stuck in the oven door. Thank AI Rooney.
Burke, don't do the things he says. Don't try the activities he promotes, please. They're not safe. Like, that shouldn't have to be a PSA, that should be obvious. Alright, where the fuck am I? What is happening? What is this? Get in there, dude! Did I just get points for doing a small loop? Is that good?
I'm a pro at Minesweeper. I've picked up mines in the jungle during my missions and put them in my inventory
Holy
to use
shit.
against my enemies. Take one as
There's
a souvenir.
more?
It's unarmed.
Brick, what? Did you just die? Did Brick just die? What is with these beeps? Why do I have a fucking brick phone that's beeping at me? What is this? Oh my god, I'm dying. I think I'm dying. Did I die? Am I in hell?
Did you know it really is fun to stay at the YMCA? YMCA. YMCA.
Brick, be careful. You're working out too hard. Brick, you don't want to work out this hard. You'll get tired. I have 19 blue balls. Is that enough blue balls? Now I'm up to 24 blue balls. Okay, that destroyed the Idea Palace. Does that mean I win?
Thank
what the
God
hell?
for the new day.
Okay. I filled up all the things. Okay.
I'm from the jungle, baby.
And that's the end of the game. Now we just vibe out. That's beautiful, man. I do hate music. It's one of my least favorite parts of that segment there. When you beat nights into dreams and then that music plays.
Dude.
And you have to vibe out.
Medicine is the most important meal of the day. You need it to play this game.
Rick, are you stressed
I love
at work?
You, Mandan.
Don't burp into your comms. I think he's developing a stutter. I think he's stressed. All right. That's it. I think I beat it. I legitimately feel like I have diarrhea, so I have to go. Like, I think that inflamed my IBS, and it was very inflamed already. It is mostly inflamed down there. It's your turn to play. Okay, John Michael, you can play now. I'm going to send it back to the news.
H-E-L-P, Bran. Oh, mama got a little too drunk. I got back to my old polka peddler days.
Do not fart into the door.
I sold him as cheap weed. Boom.
I don't know what she's talking. She didn't fart in the door, so that's a win. All right. But look, apparently this is a news show or something, so I'm sending it back to the newsroom. I have to diarrhea, even though it comes out hard for me. Mom, I have to go.
Oh, no. Oh, man, I'm not going to make it. This is going to be bad. Uh-oh. Hey, Bran, don't step out here for a while.
Just getting farted into a transition. It's very appropriate for this stream. All right. This is still on my screen for the record. Brick, what do you want? Brick still at... Brick. Wow, that was beautiful. Brick's getting into experimental music. Okay. Who should we raid? Looks like Raz Lowell is on. So that'll work for me. Okay.
The power of love is a curious thing.
Oh, that's it. That's all he had for us. Guys, have a beautiful rest of your night. I do have to go, so I'm gonna start the raid early. No secret stream action today. I'm so sorry. We'll be back on Wednesday. We won't be in on Friday because I'm going to be out of town this weekend. But you know, we got one more in the tank for this week. Have a great Monday, Tuesday. We'll see you soon. It's just a case raid of Raz. Have fun and see you soon. Bye bye. Oh, Brick.
It's my turn to play. What? GTFO.
They're fighting in Brandon's room.